Coming up, a mathematical adventure in Numberia.
And we're going to reveal to you how to make maths learning fun and captivating.
And we'll show you some behind-the-scenes footage of how we made our epic adventure game.
And last but not least, how to cast a mathematical spell.
Hello, I'm Julia. I'm lead artist.
Hi, I'm Martin. I'm co-founder.
Hi, I'm Hannah, the narrative designer.
Hi, I'm Henrik, a co-founder.
And together we are
Akribian.
So we're here as a part of the London Games Festival official selection.
And we're here to talk about our game Count on Me.
Let's dive into it.
So Count on Me is an epic adventure game where kids become a young mathematician.
Count on Me starts in the home base where the child just moved with his parents or her parents. He or she finds a mathematical book.
And they're called to Numberia because the magic ruler has disappeared and there is chaos in the whole country.
A lot of bad stuff happened because math doesn't work there anymore. So you have to develop your skills as a mathematician, and you have to rescue Numberia from many disasters that happened to it.
So Count on Me is really a supplementary maths training program, but it's a game as well.
It probably doesn't feel that exciting to hear that it's a learning game that will teach you maths, but it's actually really fun.
Yeah, it's an adventure of a lifetime while also teaching life-important skills that the children will have use of.
So in the story, the main character, the player character, is the young mathematician who is brought to Numberia kind of clueless, not knowing what adventures await.
Welcome to Numberia, the realm of numbers.
But luckily, the player has Mika, the mentor, who is up until chapter 4, when we actually get to meet her in real life. She's this astral projection.
I see.
Who pops in and just gives us advice along the way. She's this ancient mathematician who knows it all.
Likewise, Mikado. One could almost think that you have followed us.
And then we have the robot Blink, who is our sidekick, communicates with its antenna lights, and just says blink.
Blink, 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 blink.
We have the twin characters. Maybe you want to show them, Julia and Martin. Maybe you want to say something about the twin characters while you show them.
So I think that is, if you show that to the camera, there is it Tia? This is Tia, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And how did you come up with this? Because you came up with it.
We were thinking about creatures that will be that will populate the whole Numberia, and we couldn't come up with an idea of what kind of creature that should be. I think we were on a Nordic game
Conference.
Yeah, we were on a Nordic game conference and watched the presentation of some game developers who talked about funny character with long legs, with funny walking style, and I think we got inspired from them.
And I remember when you or Henrik sent me the first snapshot of the twin walking. It was really looking like very nice, and I showed it to my friends. We were at the bar, and they were like, "That's a real game." That's the first time when I got that comment. It was like I just felt very proud and happy about that.
Yeah, I think it was a moment where we kind of were stuck in the design process of trying to create characters. I mean, we have 50 characters today with a backstory and a background of where they come from. And at some parts, we just need to try to break that design process down and approach character creation from different perspectives. And this was a really fun way, because this conference that we and Julia went to helped us approach it from just something else. Like how does the character walk? Let's make the character walk in a fun way and build around that. And that's kind of ultimately what resulted in the twin people.
And I think that's something that makes us unique as well. Like many games will have a lot of characters, but we actually have 50, or I think it's actually 55 characters with backstories, and like all the plants have names and the places. Everything has a story. And I think that's probably a personal ambition for me, because when I was 10 years old, I read Lord of the Rings and I was swept into Middle Earth, and I had a dream of one day creating this immersive world where, it's believable because everything has a story.
So let's dive into the world of Numberia.
Yeah, let's do that. And let's start right at number lane 1, 2, 3, where the player moves in at the very beginning of the game.
This is where the adventure starts, and the young hero of the story has moved into this new place and is introduced to his or her room. And in that room that we call the home base, that character finds a magic book with a magic ruler in it.
Welcome to Numberia, the realm of numbers.
And so we're transferred to Numberia and the Gizmo Islands. That's the first location in the game. And we meet Master Inventor Martina, who has this robotics factory and quite a few problems, because when the magic ruler disappeared, all the math magic in Numberia was really messed up, and now the young mathematician is called there to sort things out. And there are these mini games. In the first chapter, we also get our sidekick, the robot Blink, who we get to assemble, as you can see, this puzzle game.
And there it is, now continuing to getting built by the robots.
Wow, it's amazing!
And the mathematician is watching, now moving back to the adventure, to another part.
I would say not back, but we move
Forward.
further. So mathematician has to face a lot of challenges and a lot of problems to solve, and he can do it only by making math and charging his ruler and charging his math power. And then he can help creatures in Numberia, like in this video. We say
Where you cast some mathematical spell.
the player casts a spell and saves small twin.
I see.
And this is from the second chapter where we visit the moles and the caves where they live in. And every chapter is divided into 9 daily quests.
So, never heard of no twin magician. Right now, I'm only interested in finding more of these glowing crystals. Ooh, did you like them?
Ah, the young mathematician. Good day. How curious that we should meet here in the Forgotten Tunnels.
And in the screen you can see to the lower right, you can see Mika speaking. She's the mentor helping out, more like Obi-Wan maybe, helping Luke Skywalker.
Damn Festival still has a chance. Oh, but wait. The berries are all mixed up. Oh, not good, not good, not good. Is there something mathemagical that you can do?
And the main story is divided into 16 chapters where you ultimately end up finding Prince Claw, who forbade the mathematical powers to be used, and you will talk some sense into that character. So that's kind of the main story arc for the hero. This is from chapter 3, where we visit the Jam Factory, and this is from the Jam Festival.
Ooh, what a surprise to see you here.
The annual festival that the squirrels arrange, and we meet our old friends from the mole's cave as well.
Here's some breakdance going on from the robot that is helping the young mathematician.
Sometimes breakdancing is the best icebreaker to get you forward on your quest.
Yes. And now we're entering chapter 4, the ancient castle Magicon. And this is where Mika, the mentor who's been popping up as this astral projection in the down right corner, she's the prisoner here. And this is like the highlight of part 1, which is chapters 1 to 4. So we get to free her from her prison and need to dazzle some mouse soldiers while getting there. So the spells are interactive. You get rain clouds, you get tornadoes, and all kinds of mathematical powers to use. Twins get into trouble every now and then. We need to help them. And here we finally get to Mika.
I greet you, young mathematician. Finally, I am so proud of you.
Since this is targeted to children who are 5 years old, the assumption is that they cannot read yet, so everything is recorded by professional voice actors. So there are no texts that we are relying on to convey a message.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
Here we meet some beaver characters.
Oh, friends, I am so sorry. I can see that we accidentally broke a pipe that spilt black gunk all over your house.
It's rubbish, this factory, I mean. We'll have to start looking for a new lodge.
They have some funny accents.
We must find them and shut them down.
Some of the squirrels here.
Blink, 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 blink.
Of course, Blink.
The story is divided into parts, and each part has the main goal. So in part 1, we wanted to free Mika from her prison in Magicon. And now in part 2, which is chapters 5 to 8, we want to get to a second castle, Mysticon, high up in the mountains. And we're making our way there through these different environments. And we meet all these different characters.
How curious. One of Martina's cryptic chests. I wonder how it got here.
And we, of course, want to stop to help them with their challenges, because the lack of math magic is affecting everyone. So here we have the water spirit Elv, who hasn't been able to appear for some time because, she's been too weak to appear.
I greet you who summoned me.
So math magic is really affecting everyone. It's the power that makes the trees grow and the rivers flow in Namberia.
Oh, I thank you, young mathematician. Here is a gift that can help you defeat the mouse soldiers.
So it's not just a maths game where you crunch exercises. Here we have Tangler, the robot.
Yeah, the water is like super toxic.
The story is about more than just crunching numbers. It's a grand story and adventure. And we think that kids, although they might be 5 years old, they still can take this story and follow it and encounter themes like friendship and pollution, as you saw in the Mouse Soldier Factory, and
Stay back. It looks like there will be more thorny bushes.
big questions that are conveyed through the story and the journey of this young mathematician.
And we're really trying to find a new way of approaching math and learning in general. I mean, when we think back to when we went to school, and when we ask people, do you have any good memories from your math lessons as a child? And the answer is usually just silence. And in general, that's a problem, that we think that the design of the school and the classroom situation is just not up to date, where other like media, like games and movies have evolved a lot, and the user experience and the requirements that children have with them today when they enter school are completely different. So we really want to ask the question, how would the school be designed and how would learning be designed if children were not forced to go to school?
Now we're in the Rocky Mountain Pass, the best view in Namberia, as Mika points out, and we get ambushed by the Tangle Witch. And she appears from time to time, just bringing thistles and thorns into our way, making things miserable for the young mathematician.
Well, I recognize that voice. I think we're about to meet a Yeti. Let's go inside.
Now we get to meet a Yeti.
Question, are you monster?
So there are many different environments. We have mountains and lakes and forests and caves.
There are no monsters here.
The Yeti is very lonely, and he loves music. And luckily, we happened to find this friend we call the Tangler, which is the four-legged robot that helped us up on the mountain. Ultimately, the Tangler itself kind of turns into a jukebox and stays with the Yeti as a newfound friend.
Young mathematician, please light the fire again.
So friendships can form in the most unexpected ways is kind of the message we want to convey.
And here's fire spell to light the campfire that went out. And kids really love this spell casting. We've seen many kids doing this in real life when they get outside the game.
And another important part of the adventure is that you have this home base, and it's kind of where the daily quest starts and ends every day. It's a place where you can then furnish and add and personalize it over time. And you use crystals to buy these different furniture. And you gain crystals by learning and using mathematical powers.
Thank you for watching.
And thank you, London Games Festival.
If you want to become a math magician, pick up your iPhone or iPad and download Count on Me from the App Store.
Or if you want to know more about us, go to Akribian.com.
Thank you and see you.
Bye.
Bye.